Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon, I guess. It's almost 1 o'clock on Friday, April 7th, and we've got kittens here that are just about 24 hours old now. Maybe not quite. Oh, one of them's getting very hissy. Do you see that? That's the little tortie. Anyway, I thought we could do a little close-up and weigh the babies together so we can see them all. I don't have names for them yet, though, so I won't be able to tell you their names. DJ's still working on that. But if we're lucky, I might be able to do them in order. Let's see how much I remember after yesterday. It's been nice to see little Puddles here being such a good mom, actually. Her delivery was amazing. She kept things real clean and real easy, and she hardly even had contractions. Like, I didn't even know she was starting labor until the first kitten was halfway out. It really surprised me. It just goes to show that no matter how many times I do this, there's still something new, something different every time. I can see your blanket's a little bit dirty. Can I take it away? Can I take this blanket while we're sitting here? You're right on top of it. It should be easy. So for those of you that haven't yet seen us, with new kittens, it's worth mentioning there's some things that are normal for you to see. It's real normal for a mom cat to have a little bit of blood here and there for a few days afterwards. So if you see a little tiny bit on the blankets or whatever, that's not unusual. It's real usual for mom cats to pant quite a bit, and she has been, so you'll definitely see that. And sometimes that panting can keep up for weeks, where they seem like they're super hot, even when it's not super hot in here. It's also not unusual for them to lay on a kitten. They usually try not to, but it does happen. And I like to remind people that she's been laying on them for weeks now inside of her, so they can definitely take it. The kittens are a lot stronger than you would think. So it's not as much of a thing to worry about as you might suppose. We put a little barrier up. I put this stuffed animal thing in front of the box because one of the kittens already kind of wandered out of the box, and she seemed like she was very disturbed by the fact that one of her kittens was out of the box, but she also seemed like she didn't quite know what to do about it. Some mom cats, they'll just grab the kitten and pick them up and bring them right back in. I'm not sure if she knows how to do that because she seemed very disturbed, but she couldn't figure it out. So I had to come in here and put the kitten back in the box for her. That said, if one does wander away from the group a little bit, they're in a nice warm box, and it should be fine. So, all right. We've got a lot of very similar looking kittens here. We can tell them apart, but it's not going to be super easy, especially not on the stream. So let's see if I can tell them apart well enough to get us started weighing them, and we can see them one at a time out here. Oh, hello. They all had real similar weights yesterday. Let's see how that's keeping up for us. So I think, let's see. Okay, this actually must be number one, the first kitten that was born, I think. We can tell because number one, here we go, we'll see. Number one is a tabby who weighs, 4.8. That's some gains, buddy. Let's double check that weight. For 24 hours, it's not even 24 hours because I weighed them late last night. 4.8, that sounds incredible. So we can tell that this is the first, or I think the first one, and I'm not looking at anything here, I'm just going off memory, so hopefully I don't have these guys mixed up, but he's got black paws, no little white bits on his paws, and not too white overall, a little bit on his face and stuff like you might expect. But the important thing is to tell number one, from number 5, And the way that we can tell the difference is by their faces. So I'm actually going to zero this out, and we're going to pull out number 5 at the same time, and we can look at them together because they're the two that are the trickiest, all right? So let's zero that out, and just one sec real quick. Let's grab number 5. It's got to be this one. Number 5, there you go. You can see also has black paws, so you can't tell them apart that way, but has a much darker overall, and you can see darker overall, less stripes, and especially the face. If you look at the faces, you can clearly see, you see how number 5 has these big spots, dark spots next to either side of her nose, and number 1 doesn't have those dark spots next to either side of the nose. That's a real good sign, way to tell them apart there. Okay, so this is number 1 and number 5, I believe. And it looks like number 5 weighs 4.3, but we're going to put 1 back and we'll verify that. That could be completely wrong. Hang on. Yeah, I think it is completely wrong. Let's zero this out. Set you down there real quick. Oh, okay, no, it's still coming up 4.3. Okay, so that's number 5, and we've gone out of order, but I think it was important to see those two together because they're the most difficult to tell apart. Focus, there we go. There we go. I also I haven't checked them again today, but when I checked them yesterday, I was pretty certain that they're all girls except for number 2, who we're going to see next. So let's pull out number 2 here. There we go. This has got to be number 2. The all black one is our one boy in this class. It's almost all black, I should say, but it's going to look all black to you. 4.0, okay, that seems about the same as yesterday, so we're going to have to keep an eye on you and make sure you're getting enough to eat. Doesn't help that I pulled you away from Mom. And you can see there's a big white spot just under the umbilical cord there. So that is the one mark that is on number 2 here, the boy. Very shiny fur. Oh my goodness, you seem very healthy, but you do have to eat, okay? Very important. So that's number 2, our one boy. And I do hope I'm getting these in order correctly. And then we have number 3, I think, was our tortie. So this is, hi Mom. This should be a girl, number 3, our tortie. And we'll look at her closer in just a second. 4.5, good. That seems like good gains. And you can see from her face is what really gives away the fact that she's a tortie, even though from on top she looks very dark and black. The face is very clearly a tortie face, isn't it? You can see all the color and the white and the black. On the back, there is a little bit of color, but it's very, there you go. If I get in close, you can see. It's very subtle, though. Maybe that will be more visible as she gets older, or maybe she's just going to be a mostly black tortie, which could be very interesting. Also, she's got some spots on her belly that give away the fact that she's a tortie, as you can see. So there you go. That's our girl tortie. That's number 3 now. Okay. And that leaves us with the other tabby, the third of the twin tabbies. It's number 4. There's this one, and this one's easy to tell apart from the other tabbies because this one has little white socks, little white, I guess, toes on every foot. Yes, that's the way to say it. 4.7 is the weight we're going to go for here. And number 4, also a little girl, also a little gray tabby like the others, but you can see the paws have white fingers on them. There and there. And back here on the back feet as well. So that's an easy thing to look for to tell you apart from number 1. Okay, I know. Let's double check that weight real quick and then we'll send you back to your mom. Does look like 4.7. Okay, I got her. Here you go. Coming in. Coming in just like that. All right. Let's move this out so you can lay down. Okay, look, I made you a spot. You can lay down right there. No? Okay, that's fine. Mom cats tend to have a reflex when you rub their belly. They want to lay down and roll over because that's, for their kittens to nurse. She looks like she doesn't want to do that. Oh, there we go. Okay. You got it? Hi. Hi, sweetheart. So she did a great job yesterday, delivering 5 little kittens, and we thought that there could be 5 or 6, but I did feel pretty well afterwards, and it doesn't feel like there's any leftovers, so I think 5 was it. Okay. We'll keep an eye on all of them, of course, and if they're not making their gains, then we will make sure that they do with the tube and the tube feedings. That's real easy for us to do. Good. Okay, Jamestown, thank you for posting what the gains are over 16. It's only been 16 hours, and I guess 2 kept the same weight and didn't lose anything, so we don't have to be super concerned yet, but I'll check back later tonight, and if 2 still hasn't gained anything, then probably going to get the tube. Especially when they're this young. The younger that they are, the closer that they are to having just been born, the more that you need to be careful about not letting them go too long without any gains. And then as they get older, they can go a little longer, and they've got a little bit of a buffer. But the younger you are, the less buffer you got. So that's our mom cat Puddles and our 5 as yet unnamed kittens. I know DJ's been thinking about the names quite a bit, but she hasn't quite got them. So maybe tonight if we're lucky. This is a close-up, so let's see if we can get close up here just a little bit. So as for the older kittens, they spent all night last night hanging out in the spa. We put them in the master bedroom with DJ and I overnight and closed the door, and also their mom was in there, and also Loganberry was in there. It's a little bit unusual for Loganberry to be able to spend all night closed in the room with a mom cat, but it worked out great because their mom, that's Nibbles, who I guess we should go see, is a real sweetheart. So yeah, let's take a minute and go and see the older kittens, since these guys are all nursing, and if you want to watch them, they're on the regular stream. You can do that. Puddle still looks a little bit like she doesn't quite know what's going on. Oh, Kim, yeah, yesterday, yeah, I guess you saw just before she did go into labor, she was sitting on me. She got out of the box, she came and sat right on me, and she was sort of nuzzling on me and licking my chin. And then she climbed off of me and got into the box, and that's when I noticed that her first kitten was sort of partway out already. So she almost started delivering while she was still on me. I really didn't expect that or know it was coming. So anyway, let's see if we can see the older kids. I was going to tell you a little bit about their night in the spa. They mostly hung out with DJ instead of hanging out with me, which is great for her. She loves that. And then this morning they all were playing and running around, and then they hung out with me because DJ was gone. So we all got to have our fun with them. And like I said, I was real surprised. Hi, buddy. I was real surprised that Loganberry was in there all night and didn't start any sort of conflict with their mom, Nibbles. You can see our little boy here. Seems like he's doing pretty well today. Here we go. Oh, what a pretty boy. He's still got those baby blues. Everybody else has pretty much grown out of them. This is Spatula. The boy there, the orange one, is Teaspoon. And up here, we can see these two looking at us are Spork and Ramekin. That's Spork. That's Ramekin. Focus. There we go. And although Ramekin is kind of the scaredy cat, she is the one last night. She'd gotten under the blankets, and when I got in bed, she was already there, and then she snuggled up with me for a long time. It was nice. I think these guys want some attention, even though they spent all night with us. I've been busy trying to get some work done all morning, so they haven't seen too much of me since we got up. What's up, Sporky? What's up, Ramekin? Black and white kids got to stick together, huh? Goblet's eating. I thought we just saw Goblet a second ago, but we can see Goblet up close here, maybe. Yeah, they're all chowing down. I just filled up the food dish a couple minutes before we started the close-up. Oh, Maggie's in the burger barn, and she looks like she doesn't have a good way out. Maggie, maybe you should leave while I got your back here. What do you think? Huh? It's interesting that she ran over here all puffed up, but she's gonna let Maggie get out, I guess. She wasn't gonna just start something. Maggie, why don't you go, though? Why don't you go? Boy, she's a burger barn cat. Well, all right, she'll sort this out. Let's go see if our little boy's still plowing his food. He's getting a little better at eating like a cat instead of trying to nurse on the food like a kitten. A little better. You can still see that he's sort of flattened everything around him, though. You see how this side's all flattened and this side's still standing up? Still a bit of a food dozer. Hey, Goblet, you want to say hi to everybody real quick? Oh my goodness, you are heavy. You're a big, soft kitty, aren't you? Okay. All right, there you go. Maggie. Hey, if you're going to hiss at kittens, you really don't need to be in here. Come on, let's go. There you go. Buddy, I want to see how dirty your face is. Can we see that? Are you done? Okay, if you're done, let's see what kind of a mess you made of yourself. Yeah, you're getting a little better. You're still pretty dirty, bud. All right, well, I'm actually going to wrap this up. You got a chance to see everybody real quick. The only big news, of course, is the delivery of 5 kittens yesterday, and if you want to keep watching them, you know what to do. So, I got to get myself some lunch, and I've still got quite a bit of work to get done today. Everything I was planning on doing yesterday but didn't get done because I was there helping deliver those kittens. Not that she needed much help, actually. She did just fine on her own. But you never know. Much better for me to be there and not be needed than the other way around. Look at you cleaning yourself, too. That's advanced. That's the lesson that you really needed. Make as much mess as you want as long as you clean it up. What are you doing, Spatula? What are you doing, shiny kitty? All right, everybody. I'll catch you next time.